After 90,000 attempts, Abby has verified the top 35 Eden ever, a level with a rather unique gimmick. In it, almost every platform is a spiked slope, meaning that if you slide on it, you'll instantly die to the overlapping hitboxes on top of said slopes. While the first checkpoint is the easier half of the level, she still struggled with this part, where she had to jump off of a slope at a very specific height. However, since slope physics are still applied mid-air, with steeper angles amplifying the impact, instead of safely landing on the spike corner, it's very easy to either overextend and slide right into said spike, or undershoot it and subsequently slide down some deadly surfaces. The second checkpoint is much harder, as the robot section here is just brutal. It notably had this jump, where after Abby positioned herself just right, she jumped with just enough height and momentum to barely dodge these ceiling slope spikes and reach the far right spike corner. She also struggled with a red orb later on, where she had to not only click it low enough to avoid overshooting into a sideways spike, but also click it high enough that the following in between was possible. Although she only passed this input 2 out of 17 times, she pushed through and verified the level. Speaking of verifications, Ezquiel has verified a top 80 Fusion, a swingcopter only extreme by iownfish. It starts out with a ton of narrow corridors, which naturally force you to take some tricky movements, such as a really tight downward swing around a saw at 16%. Upon reaching the halfway point, you'll have to rapidly click twice before delaying your third click to make it past this horizontal corridor. After surviving the rest of these electric saws, it's the last section of the level, where you have to memorize and dodge a barrage of moving lasers. And congrats to woolypig for claiming first victor on this level as well. Tanuklin, Artemka, and UVLight58 have all officially retired from top play. This is especially significant because in addition to being top 3 players as of writing this script, they have all at one point in time become the best player. So now the question is, who are the contenders of becoming the next best player? It could very well be VoPlat, who is currently the 4th best player on platformer rank and is recent victor of the top 17 auto-scroller diss rags. However, Shroomy, who has gained a huge skill boost after verifying top 1 Nautical Nightmares, as evidenced by his relatively fast completion of top 14 jetpack and swingcopter level I'm happy for could very easily take the title. And then there's RevNotRev, the number 1 coin and moon grinder. He hasn't slowed down one bit, as he just reached a peak ranking of 5 after a completion of the now hardest autoscroller monitoring. However, fellow monitoring victor and former number 1 mobile player Willy Silly could very well be a dark horse candidate for the next best player, as he's been consistently beating tons of top levels after switching to PC. To wrap up the notable completions of the week is MacLoris on the top 13 needle level null space, where he only took 50 seconds to beat it. Congratulations to FluffPuff for an epic rate on Power Down Plus, a sequel to Power Down. In this insane demon, every time you press jump, the gears within the level will rotate 90 degrees. And since several obstacles and orbs are attached to said gears, it leads to some pretty unique setups where you need to carefully account for your clicks. Longtime community member Banishment has earned their first rate with Floral Spider, where instead of flipping onto the ceiling after clicking, you will now fall back down towards the floor. People really hate really fun sorting by CreatorCreepy. In this level, you'll have to quickly order 20 randomly generated numbers from lowest to highest. However, you also have to race a gnome who uses a strategy where he leaves a set of sorted numbers on the left, and then adds the minimum of remaining numbers into his already ordered portion of numbers. This gnome has to be cheating though, because he gets exponentially faster. Here are a few comments on the level. I'm gonna destroy that gnome! This would be way more fun if there wasn't the gnome who is faster than you. Such a shame. Moons requested 2. Thank you, CreatorCreepy. New worst platformer just dropped. Affectionately saying that. You know a CreatorCreepy level is gonna make you irrationally violent when it begins with really fun. Thank you so much for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and shoutouts to our channel members!